Carolyn Maloney is an American politician serving as the U.S. Representative for New York's 12th Congressional District since 2013. A Democrat, and previously for New York's 14th Congressional District from 1993 to 2013. The district, numbered as the 14th Congressional District from 1993 until redistricting in 2013, includes most of Manhattan's East Side, Astoria and Long Island City in Queens, Greenpoint, Brooklyn, as well as Roosevelt Island. She is a member of the Democratic Party. Maloney was the first woman to represent New York City's 7th Council District. On October 17, 2019, Maloney was chosen by Speaker Nancy Pelosi to become acting chair of the House Oversight Committee. After the death of Elijah Cummings, she won the election to officially succeed Cummings on November 20. Maloney was born in Greensboro, North Carolina, the daughter of Christine Elizabeth and Ralph George Bosher. She attended Greensboro College. After graduating, she visited New York City in 1970 and decided to stay. For several years, she worked as a teacher and an administrator for the New York City Board of Education. In 1977, she obtained a job working for the New York State Legislature, and held senior staff positions in both the State Assembly and the State Senate. Maloney was elected to the New York City Council in 1982, defeating incumbent Robert Rodriguez in a heavily Spanish-speaking district based in East Harlem and parts of the South Bronx. She served as a council member for 10 years. On the council, she served as the first chair of the Committee on Contracts, investigating contracts issued by New York City in sludge and other areas. She authored legislation creating the city's Vendex program, which established computerized systems tracking information on city contracts and vendors doing business with the city. Maloney also introduced the first measure in New York to recognize domestic partnerships, including those of same-sex couples. She was the first person to give birth while serving as a city council member, and the first to offer a comprehensive package of legislation to make daycare more available and affordable. In 1992, Maloney ran for Congress in what was then the 14th District. She won by a very narrow margin. The district had previously been the 15th, represented by 15-year incumbent Bill Green, a progressive Republican. She narrowly defeated him, taking 51% of the vote. The district, nicknamed the Silk Stocking District, had been one of the few districts in the city in which Republicans usually did well. In fact, they held the seat for all but 8 of the 56 years between 1937 and Maloney's victory. However, it had been made significantly friendlier to Democrats in redistricting. The old 15th had been more or less coextensive with the Upper East Side, but the new 14th now included Long Island City, portions of the Upper West Side, and a sliver of Brooklyn. Maloney also benefited from Bill Clinton's strong showing in the district. Maloney faced significant opposition from Republican City Councilman Charles Millard in 1994, the year of a Republican tidal wave in the midterm congressional elections. However, she turned back this challenge fairly easily, taking 64% of the vote. She has not faced credible opposition since, and has been re-elected 8 more times by an average of 77% of the vote. Indeed, Millard is the last Republican to garner even 30% of the vote in the district. Even as Maloney consolidated her hold on the district, Republicans continued to hold most of the state Senate, Assembly, and City Council seats on Manhattan's East Side for nearly another decade. Since 2002, Democrats have dominated the area, and now hold all of the area's seats in the state legislature and city council. In 2004, Maloney faced a potential Democratic primary challenge from Robert Jerisky, a former Green Party political candidate and unsuccessful candidate for delegate to the 2004 Democratic National Convention on the slate of Dennis Kucinich. Jerisky opposed the Iraq War while Maloney had initially voted for the resolution to authorize force. She later forcefully renounced the war, including most memorably at a town hall meeting in her district with anti-war Congressman John Murtagh. However, Jerisky didn't qualify for the ballot because his petition was found to have invalid signatures, leaving him far short of the 1,250 required. In December 2008, Maloney hired a public relations firm to help bolster her efforts to be named by Governor David Paterson as Hillary Clinton's successor as a New York senator. Maloney toured parts of the state, but was overshadowed by Caroline Kennedy's promotional tour for the same seat. Maloney interviewed with the governor for 55 minutes. Public opinion polls placed Maloney's support for the Senate seat in the single digits, trailing the front-runner, then New York State Attorney General Andrew Cuomo, although her bid was endorsed by the National Organy.